In this lesson, we will be able to define and use the vocabulary of sequences. First of all, a sequence is a pattern of numbers that is either finite, which means it ends, or it is infinite, which continues on forever and ever. For example, we have a pattern 1, 2, 3, 4, and if you take a look at that pattern, you'll notice that each term after is adding 1 to get to the next term. So we have our pattern that continues, and notice the 3 dots after it. That means it is infinite. It continues on and on. If we take a look at this pattern, which is a sequence, if we take 6 times -2, and then to get to our next term we multiply by -2, and to get to our next term we're going to multiply by -2. But notice there are not 3 dots after it, so this is called a finite sequence. It stops. If you take a look at this one, there isn't really a pattern that is happening that's consistent, and so this is not a sequence. This does not have a pattern of numbers. A term is a number that is in a sequence. There will be some special notation that we will be using throughout this portion of the unit. When you see the letter n, that variable stands for where the number is in the sequence. And when you see a sub n, or a with a little lower n, that is which term in the sequence you're at. For example, if you take a look at this sequence, notice that the pattern is created by adding 2 to get to the next term in the sequence. If you're to look at this particular number, number 5, the n would represent the third number in the sequence. Okay, so the n would be 3 to represent that that's the third number in the sequence. And then if I wanted to represent this particular one, I would call it a sub 3 because that's the third term in the sequence, and a sub 3 would be the number 5. So the a sub n tells us exactly what the number is in the sequence, and the n is telling us what position it's located in. So to review, we're talking about the vocabulary of sequences today. Please remember to complete the reflection.